the most fundamental thing that I live with, or I try or aspire to live with, is the basic teachings of the Torah, and through through Kabbalah and through Hasidus, through Jewish mysticism, is that God is infused in every single thing in life. He's not in the heavens. It even says Torah lo b'shamayim. Torah is not in the heavens. Torah was not given to the angels. Torah was given to us down here. No being could reach a greater connection to God than us human beings through the commandments and through the relationship that we have with God. So if there's one thing that permeates through my life most, is that God is everywhere, in everything, and we can have a real relationship with Him. Yesterday I was in a bookstore with my wife, and we were looking to buy a children's book for my son. He's addicted to Sesame Street, and he's addicted to this Jewish video called Mitzvah Boulevard. So it's like the Jewish and the secular Sesame Street concept. And we found the book, so we were looking for some just good quality. We're always looking for good quality, all different types of quality education for my son. And we saw this book, and it said, the title of the book is, "Where Are You, Hashem?" Where are you, God? And for some reason, and I don't know, man, I looked at the book and I got really emotional. And maybe it was because of the price, it was $15. But I picked up the book and I bought it. And the book, it basically goes like this. And it's really one of the deepest, it's for children, but really isn't. I think it's for adults. I think every adult should read this book. And I'm paraphrasing the book. It starts off, a child in a synagogue. And he's like, "Hashem, my father told me that when we come to the synagogue, we're praying to you. So I came here to find you, but you're not here." And then he goes to you see him in his school, and he says, "Hashem, my teacher tells me that that God is always watching over us, but you're not here. You can't find him." And he goes to the bank, and he said, "God, you must be very, very rich, because you give so much charity to the poor people, and but I came to the bank and I couldn't find you. I tried to go downstairs to the vault where all the money is, but the guard wouldn't let me down." And then it keeps going through all the different scenarios a child may come to in his life. And then at the end of the book, it says, "God, my friend told me that God is in his house, but his mother told him that God is in his house. But my mother told me that God is in our house. And then I came to the realization that God is everywhere." It says, "Ayin yikom kavod ma'ale'olam." Where is the glory of God? The glory of God is everywhere. And this kid comes to this realization, when he was so innocent, he was thinking God was in the innocence of a child who was thinking God was so tangible. That God was in every place, and then he realized God was everywhere. But I think a lot of people read that book and they say, "Oh, God's just not in the synagogue. God's just not only he's not in a school. He's not approachable or tangible like that. You're going to go find him the way the innocence of a child is." That God, I should be able to, if he's the person who created me, if he's my father, then I should be able to find him. I should be able to see him. And then he realizes that God isn't everywhere. But I think what we've lost, and I think what we need to get back, is that in a real way, God is approachable. God is literally in the synagogue. God literally is in the school. God literally is on the street. God literally is everywhere. And it's about you realizing that God intended for you to have this relationship with Him, which, many things are divine providence, but you have a say in them. Your actions and your moves that you make affect the divine providence, because God chose, God is obviously greater than all, but He made a decision. He had a desire to have a real relationship with us. Okay? And because He chose to have a real relationship with us, we have to approach our relationship with God as such.